We all know Jasmine has nothing but respect for Cav, so this is completely false.
Right. Because Mika is someone whose judgment we can trust. Okay. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island season 13 episode 24. 25. I don't know. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Less than 500 subscribers away from 80K, guys. We could do it. We could do it, especially if you watch more than one video. Don't play with me. Thank you so much. So we pick up with a cliffhanger where Ellie and Lorenzo were tasked with eliminating somebody from the bottom three. On the guy's side, they immediately rule out Simba because he's in a relationship with Angelista. I was like, thank you. Oh my gosh, like, please, my girl can only take so much, you know? Then they start to talk about Tommy and Aiden. Lorenzo's having a hard time because he's thinking about this from a friendship perspective. He's really close. Ooh, let me go on, do not disturb. He's really close with Tommy, closer than I even thought they were, but he can see how Tommy has done things to disrespect a lot of people, and unfortunately your behavior has consequences. They do acknowledge that Lorenzo and Aiden are in the same place when it comes to not really having a connection and struggling to keep a connection, so that was a really tough one for them. For the girls, they immediately rule out Priya because that's their girl. And who was the other person? And Lola, because of the relationship that she's in. They were thinking of Tina, obviously, because she hasn't made a connection as well. But they did have a little bit of grace for her because Priya has been here longer and she hasn't been able to solidify something. So maybe they should give Tina a try. Ultimately, they decided Tommy and Tina should go home. I think that was the best decision. Lorenzo was in tears. The man was struggling, but sweetie, it had to be done. After the dumping, you know, Lorenzo, he's wallowing. The man is sad. I'm like, damn, you were really that close to Tommy? Interesting. Sometimes, I don't even know what to do with Lorenzo because sometimes I'm like, okay, is he just an asshole? And other times I'm like, no, I think he's literally just figuring things out, like outside of dating. Because at first I was saying dating, like in navigating, talking to women and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's just like this whole process, character development for Lorenzo. I don't know. I teeter between character development, asshole. I don't really know. But either way, he's really struggling. And it was sad to see, but it also was good to see that he can tap into that emotional side of him. We have Sean who tells Lola the decision wouldn't have mattered. If you were going home, I was going home right behind you. I'm glad you think that because your time is coming up. All right. Then we have Simba and Angelista. They talk about why he was in the bottom. She thinks it was the whole hideaway thing, but he's like, it could be something else.
I'm an overthinker. I overthink everything. I feel like I've let you down.
Why?
Like, you're amazing. Like, you're great. I didn't want to look at you, bro. That was the first thing I thought, like, I don't deserve Angie.
Yeah, remember that. Remember that. Remember that you are acting like a person who does not deserve somebody like Angelista, and the public is seeing it. Now, I think people just don't like his temperament overall, the way that he has his tantrums, the way that he was kind of two-timing Angelista for a second there. Like, he thought he was being honest, but he wasn't being transparent. He definitely wasn't being transparent. So he did deserve to be in the bottom, but I like that he is processing it as maybe I'm not showing up as a person who deserves Angelista good. Remember that. Act like a man who should deserve a woman that he quote unquote prayed for. Yeah, because what you don't know is I'm rooting for Angelista no matter what. Whether you're in the equation or you're in the bed. Shout out Nicole. Oh, Nicole! Miss you, girl. Priya takes Jasmine for a conversation to ask why the public maybe isn't feeling her. And I was thinking, whew, you want to talk to Jasmine? You know, Jasmine sometimes has some blind spots. I don't know if she's the right person to speak to. However, she actually was quite insightful.
First of all, I see a lot of myself in you. You spoke immediately when you had a thought, which is fine. I'm kind of like that too. And now I feel like we're so close. I feel like I get you more. I know exactly your intention and I know what you're trying to say.
Maybe I misunderstood then.
I think that could be it.
Okay, Jasmine. I think Jasmine was on the money with her explanation on why Priya hasn't necessarily been perceived well. She did come in with quite a big ego. She did come in with a perspective on how the process was going to go, and when it didn't go that way, she, can I even say acted out? No. act out isn't the word, but I can't think of a better term. So for lack of a better term, I'm just going to stick with that. She does also admit that she has a big ego sometimes. And when it is bruised, you will know about it. But overall, like, it's just Priya. Priya doesn't have malicious intent. She just doesn't have a filter either. Like, that's the problem. If she was able to filter herself more, I think she'd be better received. And sometimes you not being liked doesn't mean you're not a likable person. It's just this specific scenario. Like, even when it comes to the guys not pursuing her because she was upset about that, it just means these guys don't like you. It doesn't mean every guy doesn't like you. So I get it. The girl is just annoying sometimes. It is what it is. She'll be fine. Next morning, Priya does cry because she had a dream that so many people were just hating on her and whatever. And I think it was Mika and Angelista who hug her. They're like, girl, that's not the case. I truly think that's not the case. She hasn't acquired, her personality is an acquired taste. And even for me, it's taken a minute, but I think I've come around. I definitely understand Priya more and more the more we get to see her. So yeah, it's okay. And somebody had to be in the bottom, girl. Unfortunately, it was you. Simba speaks to Samraj about being in the bottom. He's basically saying that it was a sobering experience for him. It definitely emphasized the fact that Angelista is the girl he wants to be with. Samraj says to him, if you feel that way, you need to express yourself more with her. I do agree. I think that Simba is a bit emotionally stunted. I think it comes in how he expresses himself with Angelista and with people in general. Whenever he's frustrated, he malfunctions. And it's sad to watch because you know the UK public is not going to have grace for him. There are some times where I didn't have grace for him either, but like I think with him, it just takes some growth. Like, give him 7 years. Give him like 7, 8 years, you know? I think that he could have a more refined personality. But right now, yeah, he's got to work on his expression romantically and otherwise. Aiden says he has plans to speak to Yasmin, but he's not sure how frequently he should pull her. He probably could have pulled her right now because homegirl is really sad. She is kind of in a bad mood because of the dumping from the previous night, and she had hoped that Lorenzo would come comfort her, but he didn't.
I just want to be around my person. And I'm upset.
He's
but
not
he's
like
not really like that. And then it's just making me think,
What's up?
oh, I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Similar to what I said about Priya when she was interested in Samraj, sometimes you just gotta cool off a guy that you really, really, really like and see if he searches for you. And it's gonna suck because you might find out that he has no desire to search for you. But it needs to happen. You need to let that man like come find you, like yearn for you, all those kinds of things, console you when you're having a bad day. Now this is a rough one though because he also was grieving. So maybe he wasn't able to see beyond his emotions in this moment. But I do understand Yasmin and where she's coming from. Jasmine went in there. Mika was in there first. Jasmine went in there as well. Then Jasmine went to speak to Lorenzo and she asks if he has hit the cap with Yasmin. And he's like, I'm not sure, but I definitely am feeling like maybe I jumped the gun with ending things with you. Or did he end things? I don't even know. But the point of the matter is he feels like he just didn't appreciate Jasmine while he had her, and you know, his behavior ruined a good thing, and he's only realizing now that he had a good thing. Lorenzo and Yasmin end up talking, and she tells him, yeah, I've been in a mood, and he's like, oh, well, next time just try to be affectionate with me and I might like pat you on the knee or something. Thankfully, she was like, no, I would need more than that. But I'm glad that she brought it up because an issue that I had with her and Aiden was sometimes she would have concerns that she would keep to herself in fear of like ruining the connection. If you feel like you can't be honest with the person, then something is wrong. So I'm glad she was able to be honest with Lorenzo. I do hear what he's saying. She could have tried, and then maybe she would have gotten the reception she was looking for. But it also is nice for somebody to just look for you, to want to console you without you having to tell them that you need to be consoled. So there's talk going around about Lorenzo and Jasmine. Will they, won't they? Are they just not doing it because they have barriers in place? And Calvin and Yasmin are finally having the talk.
They have still got like a thing.
I think so.
How does that make you feel though? Because I'm like,
I'm in a similar situation.
Same, and they're always chatting. They probably chat more than I chat to her.
If you weren't involved,
They would be together.
they would be together. They're both not acting on it because they've got something else. I think we're in the loop, I wouldn't worry. I don't feel a type of way about it because nothing's transpiring. I think what you guys have got is good, to be honest.
Just saying.
At first, I was thinking, wow, Yasmin is handling this quite well. I think that she was doing a better job coping than Coven was. But then we learn it's Yasmin just pushing down those feelings, because the more Coven was talking about, she's like, I'm actually not addressing you because I don't want to talk about it. And in the challenge, we see that no, she actually feels a big way about this. She just doesn't want to address it. Coven even has a realization that Lorenzo speaks to her more than even he speaks to Jasmine. And I said, oh, well, that's a problem. Yasmin says, listen, there's nothing to worry about. Famous last words. On to the challenge. This is the challenge I've been needing. This is good. This is good. This is called Tea, Receipts, and Truths. The first one was receipts. Coven was saying to Tina that the sex would be wild with her or something, so they should share a bed. He doesn't recall saying that. And then Jasmine is like, and you got mad at me for the whole spitting in my mouth thing? You know, I'm not even gonna raise that up again, because okay, I definitely think Coven shouldn't have been saying that. And I do remember saying when he came back from the sleepover that he was downplaying the amount of flirting that was going on between him and Tina. I'm like, here I am defending you, and then you go and stick your foot in it. He's like, oh, I just wanted to make her feel good. Stop. No, Coven. God, you're just like your brother. I can't. The next was also receipts. Samraj was saying that Priya has a big ego. Simba, before the answer was revealed, he did admit that he had said something similar too, so it could have been him. I loved the honesty. I was like, okay, this is why I can see like a few, redeeming qualities from Simba, where I'm like, okay, I think he just needs to grow up. Like right now he's just young, immature. Like, I like that he was forthright with that information. We do know that the answer was Samraj. He gives an explanation and he's like, oh, but after I've gotten to know you more, I just know that maybe that's your personality or whatever. But from that comment, he said worse things. So that doesn't seem true to me. Then Simba also explains what he was saying regarding her big ego. And Priya takes it on the chin. She's like, listen, I know that's how I am, but look at me now. I ain't got no options, so... Clearly the ego was big for no reason. The next was the public tea. Angelista tried to make it about her. I was like, oh, this is cute. She was like, well, I did have a lot of smoke for Opie, but what Simba did was worse. So maybe, that's what the prompt is about. But really it was about Jasmine having a lot of smoke for Coven instead of Lorenzo, when Lorenzo had said a lot of outlandish things when they were together. She's so much more lenient on Lorenzo, and I wonder why that is. The ending of that public quote was, she doesn't respect Coven, and that's when Mika was like, that is not true. I think an element of it is true. Sometimes the way she speaks to Coven, it's as if there's a lack of respect there. Not that she's deliberately trying to disrespect him, but she doesn't look at him as like a man, like, ooh, hold on, I gotta watch my words before I step to him because I respect him. I have that care for him, that compassion for him. So yeah, I do think the commenter was correct. Next was receipts. Aiden saying that Lorenzo went straight for Jasmine. Lorenzo says he was just consoling Jasmine. Oh, please. And these people are buying it hook, line, and sinker. Crazy. The next one was public. Someone said, as long as Angelista is away from lying king, they knew that had to do with Simba because of the wordplay. Simba's confused. He's like, what did I lie about? I don't know. What did I lie about? Regulate those emotions. Regulate them right now. Don't piss me off, okay? You're lying about the boundaries thing. Kept trying to make it seem like it was Angelista keeping you in freaking prison when you were the one who set those boundaries to begin with. Those were lies. Moving on. Next was receipts. Sean saying that he went exclusive too early. Now Sean is adamantly denying. I never said that. I would never say that. That couldn't be me. So he's gaslighting the people, and they're like, oh, okay, well, maybe it was Aiden. And somehow they all convince themselves that it could have been Aiden. Lo and behold, and lo, it was Sean. And I'm thinking, Sean, you said that 2 days ago. In jest, but you said it 2 days ago. How do you forget that quickly? what would be the funniest thing is if it comes up again when sorry. I don't remember who Sean was talking to, but they were getting ready before the evening and he was like, yeah, maybe I should have explored more. Producers, I think they're going to be messy. I think it's going to come up again. We will see. And the last prompt was the public tea. Somebody saying Lorenzo and Jasmine are having an affair in plain sight. These two claim that things are just friendly, and if they do ever get flirty, it doesn't even mean anything. It's not even that deep. I fear it is. So Yasmin speaks up and she's like, the fact of the matter is you guys aren't pursuing it, not because there isn't a desire to, but because myself and Calvin are in the way. They're like, no, that's not the case. You guys have both basically said that. They've both admitted it in this episode alone. So yeah. And that has to be hard to hear for Yasmin because obviously she went through what she went through, even getting to Lorenzo in the first place, just for him to be like, I actually do want the girl beforehand and now you're just a roadblock. Even Calvin himself, it seems like he's a roadblock. I do think that Jasmine really likes Calvin, but if he wasn't here, she would be pursuing Lorenzo, and she has said that. She's made that very clear. Even when he is here, the way that she has so much grace and mercy for Lorenzo compared to Calvin, I'm like, no, girl, you hiding your true feelings. It gives emotional cheating. I think that's why people are so shocked because it's like, what, they're friends, they whatever. Yeah, but their friendship blurs the lines a lot and the public is picking up on it. But we'll see if there's any fallout. It seems in the next episode, the drama is going to be between Angelisa and Simba. Oh, for the love of God, Simba. Like, it's okay. He's going to watch the season back and learn. If Tyreek can become more mature from watching his season, I think there's hope for Simba. I truly think there is. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.